Hi, welcome to Gabbing. Today's video, I figured I would give you insight to my creative process. And at the moment, I'm wanting to design a concept of a blanket for my god-granddaughter. At the moment, I'm feeling a little bit frustrated because what I had in mind doesn't seem to be working out, but we'll get to that in a moment. There is a pattern by Jayda Stitches. It's got a heart in the center of a granny square. I've wanted to do that for a long time. In fact, I did use it in this blanket. This is the square. And then in her blanket, it was a little bit different, as far as colors and rows and stuff, but I used it to make a pillow. I'll link her blanket pattern below, and I'll show you what I've done so far. With the yarn that I bought, I made this square, and I'm going to border it in gray. So that's just the square by itself because I needed to take measurements for it. And then here is my bordered square. All the squares are going to have the border so I could get the measurement of the finished square. Well, I had an idea of Jayda has a calendar blanket with a bunch of different animal characters in it, and I thought that would just be cute as a bug in a rug to make my god-granddaughter's blanket with. Well, I went and I looked at those patterns, and the squares are so much bigger. That's a 6.5 inch square before the border, and these squares are so much bigger. So I was disappointed and frustrated all day yesterday, and a little bit sad because this past weekend was the birthday of my best friend that passed away last September, and she was my inspiration. She was so creative. Oh, she was so creative. We'd bounce ideas off of each other, and we'd have an idea, and then we'd help each other figure out how to make it into reality. And she's not here for me this time, so yeah, I miss her. Well, anyway, that's why I'm making these videos. So I'll have somebody to share this process with. Now, I was thinking and thinking and thinking, and then I remembered Yarjoy podcast has this granny blanket where she has the oblong ones, she has the square ones like this, and she also has like a 3-inch square, these small ones, and she's got them all laid out together to where it's just really cute. And that's another one that I've always kind of wanted to make. So I figured, well, maybe I could do that with this. If I take out this border and put more of this pink in there, like 2 rows of the contrasting color, then two rows of the heart color, because that would make 2 rows, then that would be my 6-row square. And then I'd have a 3-row square and then the oblong one. So that's my backup plan. But I really want to make those characters from Jayda's. It's her 2017 calendar blanket. Oh, most of the squares are so cute. I wouldn't want to use all the squares, but most of them I would want to use. Especially there's one, I love bunnies, and there's one of a bunny. So I decided what I was going to do is I was going to go ahead and make the square. There's my bunny started. It's going to be a gray bunny. I'd go ahead and make the square, measure it, and count it up to see if I could make it work in my blanket. And maybe I could do it like Yarjoy's blanket and fit those big squares in there somehow. Anyway, I'm going to make that up, and I'm going to measure it and do some calculations and see what I can come up with. Because if nothing else, then I'll have the square to I'll make a bunch of those squares, not all of them, but a bunch of them, and maybe make a wall covering to go over that window right there, or the window right here, because I just be cute. I wanted to do it, so I'll go ahead and make a couple squares, make the squares I want to. When I come across, if it doesn't work out for this blanket, I'll eventually get something done with the squares. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I'll put this video and all the blanket videos in a separate playlist, so you don't have to watch these if you're not interested in my creative process. Well, anyway, you guys have a great day. You stay safe and love one another. Bye-bye.